Hello, this is Kendria Martin, and today my reading presentation is on an article called Take 2 Aspirins and Tweet Me in the Morning, How Twitter, Facebook, and Other Social Medias Are Reshaping Healthcare. So the abstract says, in 2018, social media has a great influence on our everyday lives. Many use social media to connect with friends or network with peers, but many also found in social media for health information. For example, Hello Health is a social network that serves as communication medium between patients and physicians. So many of us know that social media is Facebook or Twitter or Instagram, but many of us don't know that WebMD and patient portals also serve as a social media. So in this presentation, I will delve deeper into both and show that social media is something that we use every day in regards to our health information. So my next slide is transformation of medical practice. So the first bullet point says health industries are the slowest to embrace advances in communication and information technology. So according to Take 2 Aspirins and Tweet Me in the Morning, Han mentions that health industries are the slowest to advance using social media, just for the simple fact that in regards to HIPAA violations, you can't release someone's private health information online without their consent. And then also, when you have EHRs in matter, if you go to a doctor's office in Oklahoma and then go and get a physical in Texas, your EHRs might not transfer over due to different hospital systems, and then that can also cause a lack of information. The next one is patient portals. As I mentioned before, patient portals are what most doctors use now as a form of communication. They also serve as communicating about your diagnosis or what happened in an appointment today or when your next appointment is. If you had a test or a lab, your lab results will be on the patient portal. So they serve as a good reminder and then also as a good communication tool, so you won't have to constantly call the doctor's office. The next one is social media depends largely on user-generated content. User-generated content is very important for any website to continue to thrive. When I was in middle school, MySpace was a big thing and it had a lot of users, and then when I went to high school, Facebook was now the new thing because Facebook used more user-generated accounts than MySpace. So when MySpace lost all its users, they had to eventually shut down. The same is with WebMD or Hello Health. They all are generated by users clicking on the website and then also typing in certain symptoms. Just by you using it, you're generating money for that website. The next is privacy issues. So of course, HIPAA violations. You can't just post someone's diagnosis or their health history online without their permission. At my job, most people, they ask, can we send their receipt or their itemized statement through email, and we tell them we can't due to HIPAA. We will only mail it to them, and that's after they verify their date of birth and their mailing address. So you can't send private information via online. And then money needed to adapt. So according to the article, small physicians' office are not able to adapt like most big offices to using social media to help their patients. In Houston, we have a large hospital, Memorial Hermann, and Memorial Hermann is one of the biggest hospitals. It has patient portals for all of its clinics and all of its hospitals. But if you have a small mom and pop clinic down the street, they probably won't have the same advantage of the big hospital due to small money getting generated into the company, and then also getting in terms with putting in EHRs online. So usually for small clinics, you won't get that advantage. So the next slide is terminology. This is terminology that I got from the article that I found was really interesting. So I have blog, patient portal, social media, from one to many examples, and then web 2.0 and e-health. So the one that stood out to me the most is 1 to 2, 1 to many, and many to many. So for example, 1 to 1 is like basically talking to your friend over the phone, saying that you got diagnosed with diabetes. And then 1 to many is basically tweeting your friend, a specific friend, and letting the friend know that you went to the doctor and you got diagnosed with diabetes, but you're just specifically talking to that friend, so you at just that friend using their username. And then many to many is basically if you have a Facebook wall and you write that, oh, just got diagnosed with diabetes, and you send it on your Facebook wall as your status, and it's being viewed by 600 or so friends, then that's many to many, where anybody can see it or comment on it. So the next slide is better communication for improving quality. So the first bullet point is improving a patient's care quality. So for that one from the article, I found out that individual patients will get better care if an individual clinician gives it. Overall, the quality of health will improve as far as using social media, and then also communication will also help those who wish to innovate in healthcare and spread ideas more widely and effectively. And then also making appointments online and video chatting with doctors is also a big bonus that most people are seeing as an advantage of social media. And then the risk of downsides. One risk is doctors can use patients' data without their consent for their purposes. So that's another thing. Of course, due to HIPAA violations, doctors cannot release your consent. On Facebook, I follow a page, and it's like surgery or surgeons that do plastic surgery, and they release videos of before and after of the patients, and I'm pretty sure that they have to get permission from the patients to release that, due to their picture with their faces in it, and then also pictures of them as far as a private picture, they would have to get consent from that. Next is a slide of statistics that I found from the article that are really interesting. So 42% of consumers are using social media to access consumer results of treatment. Physicians in hospitals, 25% have posted about their health status at least once. 20% have joined health-related forums or communities. So the second one with the 25% have posted about their health status at least once. This one you may not even notice that someone's posting about their health status, but they are. When you get on Facebook and you see that your high school friend has recently just had a baby, she's posting about her health status. That's the third one. 20% have joined a health-related forum or community. I personally have joined a health forum or community. I have an autoimmune disease, so I followed a forum in regards to autoimmune disease just to read how other people handle their disease, or if they have any complications, what they do to handle it, just so I can have someone that has something in common with me. And then also it'll raise more awareness if more people know about it. The next slide is just a quote that I got from the article. It says, social media tools bring the advantage of flatter, more democrat, and presumably more effective communication networks to healthcare. And that's by Han. And then my works cited page. And thank you for listening to this presentation.